Good morning. Good morning. This morning we're going to address a halacha which I think all of us have had this question. We still don't have it, at least we've had it at one time in our lives. And that is, why is it that some people when they pray they shackle and there are others that don't? The idea of shackling, where does that come from? Is that a Sephardic tradition? Is that an Ashkenaz tradition? So let's give the introduction. There's a difference. Shackling. Back and forth. There is a difference between when it comes to learning Torah and praying. So I'll first explain the idea of learning Torah. Some of you might have heard this from me before, that until recently, exactly how recent again is a question, but at least until 100 years ago, if not less, there was not so many books to be learned from. And therefore what people would do is they would come to the yeshiva, they'd come to the kollel, they'd come to the bet knesset, and there would be one book in the middle of the table, and everybody would be hovering around the book. Now, imagine when we sit in the morning that we're all reading from one book. We're all going to be squeezing tight to get to see it. So what happened, according to some, was that they used to sway in and out. It was like odds and evens. Every second person now in, and then out, and then the other person in. They used to go in and out like that. That's when it came to learning. Because of that, it obviously was adapted to other times. Even when one is learning alone, and one has no reason to be sharing the book with anybody. However, to some of us who've gotten used to shuttling back and forth, it does add a matter of concentration. As human beings, some of us have more or less ADD than others. So some people shake their hands, their feet, their legs. Others decide to make their concentration focused with shuttling back and forth. And therefore, when it comes to learning, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever a person's used to. When it comes to prayer, however, there is a proper decorum which needs to be addressed. And to that, we should know that it is a great mahloket in discussion, argument amongst the poskim, if one is allowed to shackle back and forth during prayer or not. Everybody would agree that the only point of question, the only moments of question are the silent Amida. The rest of the prayer, it's not a problem. You could be sitting, you could be standing, you could be walking, you could be shackling, you could be straight, whatever a person would like to do. However, when it comes to the Amida, there are those, I'll bring you two opinions. There are those that say, since David HaMelech writes, Kol atzmotai tomarna, all, kol, kal, however you want. All of one's bones, or really one's body, is all going to speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we pray to Him, how could my hand speak? How could my rest of my body speak? So what a person does, according to that opinion, is that you involve your whole body during the prayer, and that's as if it's now coming as a service to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even during the Amidah. There are those, for example, the Ramami Pano, one of the great Italian Hachamim, says that whenever we learn the laws of prayer, the primary source of the laws of prayer come from Hannah. Hannah, when she prayed, there's a couple of things the Talmud tells us that she did. She prayed in front of a wall. So halachically, we need to pray in front of a wall, but the concept is not limiting to that. Rather, it's a concept of having concentration, not swaying our concentration from things that would impair us from concentrating. The next thing is that she did not hear herself. That she prayed that others didn't hear her. She heard herself, but others didn't hear her. And the third, just to mention, and this is based on our topic, is that the pasuk says only her lips. I'll read you the pasuk. The pasuk says, Rak sifatea naot. Only rak. It didn't say sifatea naot. It says rak. Only her lips were moving. And to that, the Ramami Pano says that only her lips were moving and she was not shuckling back and forth. At the end of the day, the halacha is as follows, whether it's for Sfaradim and Ashkenazim. Everyone agrees that anything that promotes more concentration, do. If a person feels more concentrating standing like an arrow, then do so. If a person likes to shuckle a little bit, shuckle a lot, whatever it is, As long as you're obviously not disrupting your surrounding, but do whatever will give you the most amount of concentration to prayer, and that would be the absolute best. Bezrat Hashem. Again, traditionally, just so we say, traditionally, Sephardim normally did not chuckle during the Amida, and Ashkenazim did more. However, we have on all sides everyone agreeing nowadays that you can do whatever promotes the most concentration for you. Bezrat Hashem. Tonight, Mincha Arvit is going to be at 5:15.